Well, it's now 2018. Nothing kicks off the year like getting a big box from Japan. And what a box it is. This is going to be incredible. Hi, my name is Joel. I've been collecting video games from the age of 8 and Japanese video games from the age of 12. Yep, 12. Japanese games always have better artwork and more content, not to mention the thousands of games that haven't been released anywhere else in the world. I live in Australia and luckily Japan is not too far away. The best part is I have heaps of contacts I've gathered over decades. This is what's in the box, Japan. Now what is this? It looks like a zapper gun. It is actually a zapper gun. I do not know why it's in there. It doesn't look Japanese, I'm not sure. It literally looks brand new. It's all wrapped up like it's new. It's in the bag with the little, yeah, this is unusual. This is unusual. It's definitely not a Japanese version of the zapper, so I'm not actually sure why it's there. Maybe they sold this in Japan and then he's found it and thought it to be something I'm interested in. Very unusual. Up there. Okay, here we go. We've got a Mark III game here and one I have been after for way too long. And that's the ever classic Shinobi. Like, you think I would have had this by now on the Mark III, but because I got on the Master System, I didn't really put it as a high priority. Shinobi does actually carry FM sound. So if you've got a module or you've got a later model Master System, Japanese Master System that is, it will run FM sound and the sound is much, much better. Well, it's called a card cleaner and it's an official Nintendo Famicom card cleaner, and it's not card as in, I don't think it is. It's for the Famicom disk system. So you actually put your discs in here and it cleans the floppy disks. Have you ever heard of such a thing? These are brand new. So there it is there, the disk system. You open it up, you put your disc in there. Oh yeah, I worked it out. So you close it and you rotate that, and it obviously cleans the disc. It probably gets dust or anything like that. I'm not someone who'd probably go ahead and use this. It could do more damage than good, to be honest. I know it's an official product, but nevertheless, I don't know. Maybe if I had a bad disc, I would try it. But yeah, very neat, very unusual. And there's another one. They both look brand new. They've got little instructions there. That's a great thing to actually have. Well, a modern game for once, and it's a PlayStation 4 game, and it's Winning 11. I think that's, yeah, Winning 11 2016. So it's by Konami, and it definitely rivals FIFA Soccer in my opinion. I love the Winning 11 game, especially on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. It was quite good. I got some on the PS3, and it's good to have one on the PS4. Wow, what else is in here? There's a lot. Okay, hang on, what's this one? So this is another one I've been after by Taito for the Famicom. I love these boxes, and I think I'm going to say this right. So it's Keiji Blader Beta, or Keiji Blader. I think that's how it is, and it's an SD game there. I think I did see that, yeah. So SD, Super Deformer, Keiji Blader. I think that's how you say it. And this will fit in beautifully with my Taito collection on the Famicom. I just love how they're numbered. See, number 39, that is so good. A lot of companies could have learned from this style of gaming back in the day. I don't like all these different boxes. Taito did actually have small boxes, and then they went to kind of these plastic boxes, and I prefer this for the Famicom. Great addition. Well, it's a Zelda Ocarina of Time book. It's obviously all in Japanese. Never seen one like this before. So obviously it's going to have maps and how to play it and weapons and all that kind of thing. And it's got a really nice back. So there it is there. That's the main book, and they've got a protecting cover. There's something else here. I'll get this out. Ooh, better be gentle with this. It's actually stuck to the book. Wow, man. Oh, it's actually stapled together. You have to rip it out. Do I rip it out? That's the question. I'll try and... Yeah, it's a map. It's a map. That's the map there. And see, it's got perforated... Let's take it off. Let's take it off, huh? Look at that. So it's the map of Ocarina of Time. And that looks really cool. I like that. So I don't know why they actually had it stitched in the book. Yeah, that's unusual. Maybe for collectors, I don't know. But anyway, I'll just put it back in the book and there it is. Yeah, quite a nice book. Very glossy. Very glossy. Oh, we've got a Rob the Robot accessory here that I've been after for a while. And it's the Gyromite set for Rob the Robot. So this whole contraption here. So not the blocks themselves, it's the Gyromite, I don't know what you call that, the thing that's around him anyway. This is extremely rare in Japan. I have seen examples go on eBay for over $300, $350. And it looks good. It sounds good. It's got a lot of yellow fading, as you can see. But yeah, it's got everything. The instructions are on there. And yeah, well, that's something else, isn't it? And oh, it's got the little cartridge, which will be Gyromite, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Gyro, yep. So, pretty cool. I have to check that one out. Okay, we've only got big boxes now, I think. Big boxes, and this is one I've been waiting for ages. I did know this was in the box. This and something else I knew about. A lot of the others I didn't. Wow, finally. Too long, too long. This is the Sega Sg1000. Typically Sega's first ever console. It's an amazing console. Well, it's amazing for back then anyway. Awesome. The box is not bad. It's got a little bit of tears, a bit of scratches, but that's okay. At least I've got it boxed. Now, Simon did tell me the system itself is very, very bad, but you can always bring it up to new and it is bad. Look at that. It is yellow. Don't worry. I've got a segment coming up where we're going to attend to this and make it brand new. And this is why I actually wanted this console. I would have gone for a better example, probably a cleaner box and a cleaner console, but I wanted this example to show us how we can bring this back to new in an Eye on Retro very soon. So that's cool. Oh, there's the control pad. So that other control pad I got out of the box must have got a spare one with it, I assume. So work cut out for me on that console, and we'll put that down there. All right, we've got a few more boxes left, and look at this. A Panasonic Fz10. If you don't know what an Fz10 is, it is basically the Series 2 of Panasonic's 3DO, which is the FZ1. So this is the Fz10 3DO. It's a slimmer version of the console, and it's a lot more reliable. Well, I've had better experience with this console than the FZ1. I've had about 3 FZ1s break on me, and I've had to go out and buy another one and buy another one. Yes, I do play my 3DO that much. I owned it since brand new, and my laser went, and then on the one after that, I think the laser dropped, something went wrong with it. I have got an FZ10, but not boxed, and it was a great opportunity to find this. It's boxed, it's the Japanese version. I love these boxes. These, well, they're kind of using minimal colors, aren't they? There's probably only 3 colors there, and I do like that look. It's reminiscent of the 90s. They used to do this a bit in the 90s, well, Japan did anyway. So yeah, quite good, the Panasonic 3DO, and I'll put that down there. It is like new! That is incredible! So, look, I know I'm losing my head over just something like this, but I have been wanting this joystick, this Space Harrier version of the joystick, forever. So this is the, what's it actually called? Well, it's a 3-axis analog controller. I think that's actually just what it's called. And it comes with Space Harrier, which I obviously have got on the Sega Saturn. And this is the joystick. It's good for Space Harrier, it's good for Afterburner, it's good for Gundam, it's good for a lot of games on the Sega Saturn. So it's an analog controller. The controls can actually flip to the other side. They're on like a pivot. You can kind of turn them around. It's awesome. I love the controller. I've had mine since brand new. And now I've got the Space Harrier version. You know, there's no real difference. You can slide it out and the controller is actually there. And this is just a sleeve. And the Space Harrier game would be in this. Look at that. That's a lot better condition than my box. So I'll probably put this over that box, you know, just to make them all look nice and new. And that's it. The Space Harrier should be in there. We'll have a look. And it is. And shrink wrapped. So that is original without a card. So it hasn't got a spine card. That's something new. That is 100% Sega's wrapping, and it's got no spine card on the side. So that must be rare to be this type of version. I should check the serial. But anyway, I'll leave that out and put it away with the games. I've been after that Space Harrier variant of that joystick for way too long, like literally since the late 90s, so it's a long time coming. There is another thing I've been waiting for equally as long. We'll get that in a minute. So this is the second last box, and check this out. Wow, I didn't know I was getting this one. Oh man, look at this. So, do you know what it is? It is a modem for the Nintendo Famicom. This is a modem for the Famicom. Now, it's not a modem you can kind of download games or connect and play online. It's more a modem for banking. It was actually used for banking. So if you had a Famicom in Japan, which a lot of people did, like I think it's like 5 in 1 households. Now that's that right? 1 in 5 households had a Famicom in Japan. So what did they do? They sold them this modem. Let's have a look at it. And they would do their banking on the Famicom. And basically, oh, look at the pristine condition of that. So we'll take it out, and what you did is you would just put this in the cartridge slot of the Famicom, and you would put a special card in there, and you would dial into your bank, and you could check your bank records via modem, and you could do your transfers. And look, it's got a little keyboard, obviously with a numeric keyboard. It hasn't got like a full keyboard. We'll take that out of the plastic for a second and have a look. So you've got that numeric keyboard, and you would type in your PIN code, and you could transfer money to someone, all via your Nintendo Famicom. That is unbelievable. But what's in the box? It's not even that big, and it's by far something I've been after since 1996. Yeah, I think 1996. Check this out. Actually, before I unopen it, hang on a minute. Now, before I open this, I must have these 5 Sega Saturn games, and that is the Capcom Generations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these 5 Capcom Generation discs I bought brand new when they come out, and I think they came out, should tell me here, 1998. Now, when you collect these Capcom Generation CDs, which they are incredible, they are just incredible. You look at that spine card. These are all mine brand new. You will get this in every version of these CDs, and it's a little pamphlet telling you that if you collect all 5 and you send in these little vouchers, and you can see there's a little thing you can cut out, and you got to send them to Capcom. So that was volume 5, and this is volume 1. And see, volume 1, you've got to cut that out, that little square, and send it off to Capcom. When you send that off to Capcom, you've then got to pay Capcom money, and they're going to send you back this little stand. And I always wanted this little stand. There was 2 problems. I was worried because I lived in Australia, I wouldn't get it sent to me. And the other thing is I didn't really want to cut this. I just didn't want to cut it at the time. and then I left it too late. I ended up getting in touch with Capcom like 3 years after these released, and the guy at Capcom told me there was less than 50 made. 50! Like, whoa, how hard's that going to be to find? So, I've been searching since around then, 1998, for this mysterious CD holder that has Capcom Generations written in gold. And how many of those would have been thrown out? Let's open it up and have a look. It's been like double packed. Come on! Oh! It's like brand new. It's like it come from Capcom itself. It's so weighty. I didn't expect it to be that heavy. So it must be metal, obviously. It wouldn't be wood. I'm thinking it might be wood painted black. Oh man, how do you open this thing? That's weird. Oh, finally! I can't believe it. I've been waiting way too long. Look. Oh, it's rubber. What? Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Brand new. And I've asked my friends at Capcom. They said we had them made, and that's the one that told me, a friend there told me it was, this is not Nin, by the way. A friend there told me it was a low quantity and less than 50. 50 or less, actually, that's what he said. And I had no idea they're rubber. And this is the one of the 50. And look, it's got a little special plastic over the gold. Oh, look at that. I'll leave that on. This rubber's thrown me. See, you can actually bend it. It's rubber. And you put the CDs. Let's put the CDs in. Finally! Look at that! It's a Capcom Generations CD holder for the Sega Saturn. Now, PlayStation actually had them come in like a book, a book-like cover for the Generations collection. Sega Saturn got this, and I've got all 1 to 5 for the PlayStation 1. I got them a while ago. You would have seen that. This is incredible. That is going to go in the glass cabinet for sure, 100%. I'm going to do a Capcom cabinet or something like that. The rubber's kind of thrown me, so I have to clean that up. It's been sitting for a long time. I can imagine the rubber might just a little, yeah, just some Japanese thing saying CD. That's the only word I can read. And look at that. Some little, whatever that says. But it is from Capcom, and I've got that box. Capcom Generation. Oh man, I call it Capcom Generations. And look at that, you can put it down there. Man, looks incredible. Finally, do you know how good it feels to be chasing something for what? 20 years and finally get it. Something so small, it's just incredible.